Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I moved to a different map with the creative mode stuff, just to show that I wasn't doing the creative stuff. It was a copy of my map. I don't know. I just wanted to move it to a different map entirely, as to not confuse the issues. The original Megabase is still back with none of the creative stuff. Yeah, just wanted to move it over. It just feels right to me for this to be on its own kind of design type map. But I've been playing a little bit with belts lately. You know, just sitting around and making sure that that I understood it and to see what I need to do. So basically on our bus right now, we're currently running something like this. Where we're pushing everything out to this side, and this is good to guarantee that this belt right here is as full as it can possibly be with the belts coming down. However, this is not necessarily what we're gonna want going forward, and it all comes down to what's happening right here. As we do have empty belts, we do want empty belts to occur. However, this empty belt is happening on the inside. And we don't want it on the inside. We want it on this side. This will, you know, we're pushing stuff over. So we should, with you know, even with 3 belts or even 1 belt. Let's just test this out, right? If we only had 1 belt coming out, we're still guaranteeing that we're still getting a single belt coming out over here. That's why this works and why it's good. However, it's not necessarily what we want. So let's make an adjustment to this, and let's go the other way instead, down like this, and let's push this on. Now, as you can see, we're still getting a full belt here. That's goal number 1. We do want that. But look, it's actually shifted all of this to the other side, which is a good thing. That's what we wanted as well. Let's see. You can't blueprint belts over belts, which it annoys me slightly. So yeah, let's just do this. Let's do this the hard way. Doom. Okay. All right, fine. And we'll send this out to there. And, okay, we're taking 2 belts off now. And that leaves 2 belts on the outside. Which, this behavior is what we want. And these are going to be full as long as this lane right here is full. And these guys down here are going to help guarantee that that is going to be the case. Now, realistically, we're not going to be in this situation. We're going to be in a situation where, where'd that belt go? You know, we might be pulling off. We're not doing like a full blue belt. We're only going to pull off maybe a yellow belt here. And as you can see, that it still keeps up, right? It's going to still try to keep this lane full, and it's going to, you know, put the excess on the outside, which is what I believe we want. And you know, let's put another yellow belt. Let's see, let's make that a yellow as well. Coming in. All right, so and that leaves just our excess out here. So that I think is what we needed to go with for the bus design. Because we're going to try our best to guarantee that all these lanes coming in are going to be full, so that should make everything work. Pushes all of it to the inside and leaves the excess out here. So that leads to the next part, and that is basically filling up the belt from the outside. So let's just take, you know, let's say this is coming from our reserve on over there, and at some point we're going to want to come and fill this in. And that should work. We'll do that on the left-hand side, and bring that guy over here and feed it. And this can come in and feed the belt and basically refill it. And the next time we run into one of these guys, let's put another one. Let's see, how far can we go with this? Put that at the end there. And you know what? Let's just pull out a full belt there. Output to the left. Doom, 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 doom. And let's get another void there. Okay, so we're pulling some off. It's starting to weaken, and then we get to the end right here, and that is going to fill that up. Now, there's actually a problem with this right here, and that is I'm feeding a full belt into a splitter. I'm getting more than one belt, though, because I'm getting this full belt, but I'm also getting this. So we have to be really careful about where we put those because we want every single bit of iron coming through. So if there's any trickle coming out from here at all, that means it's not time to fill up that belt yet. And we do have some leeway. We have 4 lines of leeway here for that to happen. So even if it's not, you know, a pure yellow belt coming out here, let's say it's a red belt. Red. Do I have red? No, I don't. Pull that out there. And so that's going to actually sneak into the next lane because we're actually going with excess, but we still don't want to refill this belt right here until we have a pure empty belt for it to go on. If that does that make sense? It does to me. So yeah, let's put that refill on that other side. And that will hold until down there when this should pull everything over eventually, right? Let's go ahead and let's pull out another one right here. Yeah, we'll make that yellow. So yeah, we got to the point right here where it is empty and it's starting to trickle onto that line. But then when it goes through the next one, we're pulling it back up and it's business as usual. And all these lines coming out are full as they need to be, even this blue one down here. And everything is getting pushed over to the right-hand side, which is what we want. So basically, the big pull out of that is we want to go down and pull over to the right. And the second part of that is to refill from the reserve, but only refill from the reserve whenever we actually have an empty belt right here on this leftmost side. Don't do it before, or it's going to mess with our throughput. We're going to get backups on this line. But we have to wait till we have an empty belt there, and then it should be good to go. Okay, so that's just that's some work. We'll apply that to the main base. Over on this side, I think we're looking good as far as up to here. And I started playing with some designs here, and it's not working out as well as I would like. I still think there's some hope with it. We just have to continue on. So let's go ahead and roll the intro, and we'll get to making some gears. Okay, so with gears, we need 4 machines making gears, and for that we need 2.1 or 2.2 iron belts coming in. And we actually need 1.5 blue belts coming out of gears. So I was playing with this, and it looks like it's kind of working. The problem is I get in a little situation right here where I have an inserter that doesn't have any power, and I don't have a good way to get that power. So I moved. I'm going to play around down here with a little bit more of, spacing it a little bit different and see if that works. Let's do like that right there. Nope. Cornosian showed a tip. I spend a lot of time like counting 1, 2, 3, 4 to make sure that the beacons hit. Basically, the rule is if they line up, they don't. And if they don't line up, if they're offset a little bit, they should be fine. So just look at your factory and the beacon, and if it's lined up, then that means it is no good. Or it's not getting full beacon coverage, I should say. It's not that it's not good. We love all of our factories. But it's not getting a proper... not getting a proper amount of beacon coverage in that case. Let's see. Let's try to think about what we're doing here. I'm trying to get a state here that well, let's just go with this. This seems to be working, and let's put let's see. I did it that much. Can we do it one more? We'd have to do 2 more, I think, in order for that to work. Get enough space in order for all of this to work. All right, let's try it with this. Let's get a blue line coming in. Basically almost the exact same thing up here. Let's copy that. Okay, except you guys are going to be over a bit, and we'll deal with power poles later. All right, and let's do these inserters on the outside so we have a space in the middle, just for extra room for power poles. All right, and I think that's okay. Well, we have some slack to adjust that. All right, so that is 2 lines, and we needed 2.1 lines, which is one of those ratios that makes me think that the game kind of trolls us sometimes. But you know, oh well, it works. That's covering right there. So what I'm going to do is take an additional red belt, and we'll just run that along the bottom. That's what I did up here. So we have a line going in here, a line going in here, and then a red belt of iron coming to make up for that 0.1 difference that we have. Okay, so the way I did it down here is just a little bit of belt braiding, and we can actually fit that in wherever. And that can come in from wherever. And, okay, then we have our outputs here. So you'll be an output. And, you'll be an output. You'll be an output. So in, out, in, out, out, out. In, like that. Okay, so that's all right, but that puts everything on the inside of the belt. So I was going to do that right there, so you can split between the outside and the inside. I was going to do that right there, so you could do the same. And actually, we could probably take that in. We do the same on that side, just save a little bit of space. So you're spitting to the outside, you're spitting to the inside, you're spitting to the outside, you're spitting to the inside. A lot of spitting going on. And I do want to do that right there so that we split that actually into two separate belts. You go down, you come up and back down, and then we can fit this in right here. Okay, that actually worked. All right, and let's take this down and just across that. All right, and I want an output left priority there. Input, I don't think matters. So we're going to try to take these and take it all onto the inside of the belt. Let's see, you're going to go out there. We're going to have to do a similar thing on this side for you. Is that full there? Is that what I'm looking at? Yeah. Guess we don't need that to be like that. That can just come down like that. You get on both sides of the belt. Now, you're only exporting out on one side of the belt. And I was trying to finagle something where we could get it on the inside there, but I don't think that's going to work. Okay, let's run these belts. Can I run it from here all the way across? I can't. All right, so this might need to be its own dedicated line. I was going to try to share these, but I'm not seeing any good way to get additional materials through here in order to process on the other side. So I'm fine with just letting it go. All right, so the only thing we really have on this side is that we need to get a way to get your output on the other side of the belt. Because we need, well, it's 1.5. Let's see, can this work? What if we did this right here? We'll just make that go straight. So you feed onto, you're feeding on the inside, you're feeding on the inside and the outside. And that'll back up. I'm sure this will work out fine. You're feeding on both sides. Then that comes out there. We put a splitter right here just to help balance that, and we get two lines coming out. All right, let's just see what that looks like. Let's see. Let's copy that. Those are going to both be iron. We're also going to need an iron belt coming in here. It's going to be red, but for now, it can be blue. All right, we should have plenty of places for power now, which is why I want to spread it out. And one more like right there, one right there. And let's take a look at what we're seeing here. It's starting to back up there a little bit. This is pushing everything onto that side. Everybody's still continuously making. That's the important part. And I'm not sure what we're getting down here. Let's see. Let's do a left output priority there. Okay, I'd say we're definitely getting one belt. And we need 1.49. That doesn't look like 1.49 to me. All right, what if we did this? So two and two equal sides of the belt right here. 2 and 2 equal sides of the belt right here. So that should not be blocked on output. Should be making continuously. A little bit of a backup there, but it's filling out the holes. And I'm not sure if that is a belt and a half or not, but it looks better than it did last time. Boy, that's a lot of iron. A lot of iron. But you guys are producing okay. Continuously not backing up. Continuously not backing up. Continuously not backing up. Continuously not backing up. All right, I think I'm good with that. I think that works for me. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get rid of. Let's get rid of you. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this one right here. Get rid of all that. Yeah, I think I do another one. Yeah, it gets rid of all the stuff. Let's move you on up. And then we get rid of all you down here. There we go, and that is now set up. Now we need basically a blue line of copper, and we could get by with a red line of iron, I think. No, we cannot. It needs to be a blue of iron and a blue of copper. So, I just don't think there's a way to get 2 blue belts through here. Because it won't make it that far. We can't take this one down. We could possibly take this one down, but I don't know that that would help. Nope. So yeah, even though it's not going to be the most compact setup that we have seen, I think it's going to be worth it to go ahead and take this down. All right, and we're basically just going to need... that's not going to work. Like, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Nope, very first one's lined up. Let's see, that should be correct. That one would be lined up. Boy, we'd have to bring it in that far? Does that make that beacon worthless? Yes, it does. So we'd want to go this way with it, I guess. Does that work? No, that one's on. This is hard. All right. Let's start with this setup right up here, because that one I think was kind of set up to work out, except it's totally not. Interesting. Let's see. I have some reference blueprints that are set up for this exact situation, and I don't know why I'm not. 1, 2, like that, and then 1, 2. That spacing actually works. Because they need to be at least one apart, because we've got a copper machine. Copper machine. There we go. It's going to be a copper machine, and these are going to be green circuit machines. We need 2.3 of these, so probably the spacing doesn't matter so much at this point. It's more just me going, 0.64 iron coming in, and 0.69 copper. All right, so I'm just looking at this over here. I'm going a little bit on the long side. I spent way too long on gears. Way too long on gears. Way too long on bus stuff. But it's good. It's good. It's good to get all that stuff done. We're still working on blue. We'll get there soon. I think we're actually very, very, very close. Well, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where we will get this figured out finally. Promise. All right, have a good one.